You know, the average person has about 30,000 days to live, which is pretty wild. How many do you have left? Is it half, or maybe even less? Well, today we're going to talk about how to make the most of your life. You know those moments when you realize that childhood was just a figment of your imagination, that summer holidays lasted for eternity, and that now a year passes in the blink of an eye? We've all been there. It's a disconcerting feeling, like time is slipping through our fingers. But here's the truth. It's not time that's speeding up. It's our perception of it that's changing. And the culprit is our routine. Our brains evolved to perceive time based on new experiences. So the more routine, the less time seems to mean anything. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share 9 ways to stop feeling like time is slipping through your fingers. They're the techniques and habits I use every single day to ensure I'm truly living. First, hack your perception of time. Remember the summers of your childhood. Endless days filled with adventures. Now a year passes in what seems like a month. Why? Our brains evolved to perceive time based on new experiences. More routine means less time seems to mean anything. So do one thing differently every day. A new route to work, lunch at a new place, a conversation with a stranger. This forces your brain to wake up and start recording again. Your time will feel slower. It might seem counterintuitive, but slowing down is actually what will make time feel richer. Make the effort to notice the details. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of laughter, the taste of your favorite meal. When you savor these moments, you're creating memories. Time may still pass, but you're ensuring that you're present in each moment. By doing so, you're hacking your perception of time and making the most of every fleeting second. 2. The deathbed test. When you're old and gray, will you think about the urgent emails you sent or the time you spent with loved ones? Most of us confuse being busy with being important. So ask yourself this question. When I'm 90, will I care about this email or about the time I spent with my loved ones? The answer will instantly show you what your real priority is. Everything else is just noise. This test isn't about adding more things to your life. It's about subtracting the things that don't matter. It's about saying no to that extra project so you can say yes to what truly matters. When you focus on what's truly important, you start to reclaim your time. You start to say no to the things that don't align with your priorities and make room for what does. Over time, you'll find that you have more time for the things that matter, even though you're not spending more time in the day. You're simply spending it in a way that aligns with what truly matters to you. 3. Invest in relationships like a bank account. Every relationship is like a bank account. Small, genuine gestures are deposits. They build the strongest bonds. But ignoring people or expecting things in return are withdrawals. And if you run a negative balance, well, no amount of money can fix that. Forget big gifts. Send someone a text today just because. Ask them how they are. Really listen to the answer. These small, consistent deposits build the strongest bonds. A key point is understanding that relationships aren't transactional. They're not something you buy or pay for. They're something you nurture. It's about investing in people, not buying their attention or affection. And remember, it's the small, consistent things that make the biggest difference. 4. Your career is a jungle gym, not a ladder. I know the conventional wisdom is to climb the corporate ladder, but maybe that's the wrong approach. Think of your career as a jungle gym, a place to move around, explore and gain new perspectives. Moving up in the same organization often means doing the same things you already know. You gain the most valuable skills by moving sideways. Learn something outside your expertise. Early in your career, don't optimize for money. Optimize for learning. The money will come later. The knowledge you gain is your best investment. The key is to stay curious, keep learning, and be open to new experiences. Focus on building skills, not just climbing ranks. And always remember, it's okay to move laterally or even take a step back. What matters is the value you're gaining in the long run. 5. Your energy, not your time, is your currency. You can have all the time in the world, but without energy, it's useless. Your day isn't defined by the hours you're awake, but by your energy level. So sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Movement is fuel for the mind. An audit. What gives you energy and what drains it? And mercilessly eliminate the energy vampires. Understand the difference between rest and relaxation. Rest is what your body needs after a physical effort. Relaxation is mental. Meditate, take a walk, disconnect from devices. These aren't wastes of time. They're investments in your most valuable resource. Remember, it's not about extending your life. It's about investing in living fully while you have the energy to do so. 6. Learn and get rid of the ballast. Want to learn something? Start teaching it to someone else. This forces you to understand it deeply. And just as important, learn when to quit. Strategic quitting isn't failure. It's making space for something better. Clinging to dead projects is the biggest killer of time. Let me tell you why. When you learn, you should teach. When you start a project, you should finish it. There's a lot of overlap between the two. And the reason for that is simple. Teaching forces you to learn deeply. You can't teach something you barely understand. So when you start learning, think about teaching it to someone. It'll force you to understand it better. Also, learn to quit ruthlessly. Not every project will be successful, and that's okay. The key is to recognize when something isn't working and have the courage to cut your losses and move on. You're not failing. You're reallocating your time and resources to something that has a better chance of success. 7. Master the 90-second emotion rule. Every emotion, anger, fear, frustration, lasts only 90 seconds in your body on a chemical level. After that, you are consciously choosing to continue it. Learn to observe this first wave without reacting. That is true emotional strength. Here's the power of understanding this. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Your immediate reaction might be anger or frustration, but if you apply the 90-second rule, you'll realize that those feelings are temporary. They will pass. It's only when we choose to hold on to them that they become bigger problems. So breathe, relax, and let the wave pass. This applies to everything from minor inconveniences to bigger challenges. The 90-second rule helps you maintain your emotional balance and prevents you from overreacting or making impulsive decisions. 8. Money buys you freedom, not time. True wealth isn't an expensive car. It's the ability to say no to a job that destroys you. It's the freedom to spend your time as you see fit. But avoiding lifestyle inflation is crucial. Many people earn more and spend more. Their lifestyle expands proportionally. That's a trap. Your expenses shouldn't increase just because your income does. Learn to live below your means. Spend less than you earn and invest the difference. Buy experiences, not things. Things lose value over time. Experiences, memories, relationships gain it. And these are the things that enrich our lives. The secret to financial freedom lies in understanding the difference between needs and wants. It's about being mindful of your spending habits and ensuring that your lifestyle doesn't consume all your income. By saving and investing wisely, you're setting yourself up for a future where you can spend your time however you please. 9. Design your life. Don't wait for it to happen. We often assume that life just happens to us, but the truth is, we're the architects of our own lives. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Start small. Try a new hobby for a week. Change one habit for a month. You don't have to have it all figured out. You have to start testing. If you're unhappy with a certain aspect of your life, don't wait for it to magically improve. Take control and design the changes you want to see. It's not about having the perfect plan. It's about starting small and being willing to adapt and change course as you learn and grow. Remember, it's not about the time you have. It's about how you use it. Your 30,000 days will pass whether you want them to or not. The question is how you'll live them. You don't have to change everything at once. Pick one idea from this video, just one, and start applying it today. Because the best time to start living fully isn't someday. It's right now. And if you want to dig deeper into this topic, check out my video on the Hello Focus and subscribe. Until next time.